Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? One minute, you feel like the most important person in their world, and the next, you're left feeling small, confused, and questioning everything. If that sounds familiar, you're not just dealing with a moody person. You're likely experiencing an insidious manipulation tactic called devaluation, and it's engineered to systematically crush your self-worth. It's a silent killer in relationships, not just romantic ones, but with family, friends, and even at work. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the subtle tactics manipulators use to make you feel worthless. We're going to give their behavior a name, validate what you've been going through, and most importantly, walk through the steps you can take to reclaim your power, your sanity, and your peace. To really get what devaluation is, you have to understand the toxic cycle it's a part of. Many emotionally abusive relationships follow a predictable, maddening pattern: idealize, devalue, and discard. This is the manipulator's blueprint for control. It all starts with idealization. This is the honeymoon phase, and it's absolutely intoxicating. They flood you with attention, praise, and gifts, a tactic often called love bombing. They seem to mirror your soul, finishing your sentences and making you feel seen like never before. A manipulative boss might call you a rock star, and a romantic partner might promise you forever with stunning speed. But this phase is a setup. It's designed to get you hooked, to make you lower your guard, and to make you dependent on the incredible high they provide. Because once they know they have you, the script flips. And that's when devaluation begins. Devaluation is where the charming mask starts to slip. It's a slow, steady erosion of your self-esteem, and it's often so subtle at first that you end up blaming yourself. The manipulator's goal is to create a power imbalance, making you feel so small that you'll do anything to get back to the good old days of the idealization phase. Here are the 5 most common tactics they use. Tactic number 1, constant criticism and moving the goalposts. Suddenly, the things they once loved about you are now sources of annoyance. The very qualities they celebrated are twisted into flaws. This isn't helpful feedback, it's a non-stop campaign of nitpicking that makes you feel like you can't do anything right. You cook their favorite dinner, and they pick apart the seasoning. You land a huge project, and they point out a single typo. This is often paired with moving the goalposts. Just when you think you've met their expectations, they invent a new, impossible standard. The real message is, you will never be good enough. This keeps you constantly striving, desperate to please someone who has no intention of ever being pleased. Tactic number 2, gaslighting, the art of making you feel crazy. Gaslighting is one of the most damaging tools in their arsenal. It's when a manipulator denies your reality so relentlessly that you start to doubt your own sanity. They'll insist they never said or did something, even when you have proof. You'll hear things like, "That never happened. You're just imagining things," or the classic, "You're being way too sensitive." For example, after giving you the silent treatment all day, you might ask what's wrong. They'll look at you with total confusion and say, "What are you talking about? I'm fine. You're just being paranoid." Over time, this makes you question your own memory and perception. It's a cruel tactic designed to make you rely on their version of reality, because you can no longer trust your own. Tactic number 3, the silent treatment and withholding affection. In a healthy relationship, people talk things out. In a manipulative one, silence is a weapon. The silent treatment is a passive-aggressive form of control and punishment. By withdrawing all communication and affection, the manipulator makes you feel invisible. This creates a ton of anxiety and a desperate urge to fix the problem, even when you don't know what you supposedly did wrong. When they finally start talking to you again, you're so relieved that you'll agree to almost anything to avoid that punishment in the future. It's how they condition you to fear their disapproval. Tactic number 4, covert insults and backhanded compliments. Manipulators are often masters of the subtle jab, the insult cleverly disguised as a joke or a compliment. They'll say things like, "You look amazing when you actually try." Or, "I'm shocked you handled that meeting so well, that's not really your strong suit." When you react with hurt, they flip it back on you, "Wow, it was just a joke. Can't you take it?" This is a 2-hit combo. First, the insult chips away at your confidence. Second, they shame you for your natural reaction, making you feel like you're the one with the problem. This teaches you to swallow your feelings and accept their jabs as normal. Tactic number 5, undermining your success and isolating you. Here's a hard truth, a manipulator can't stand it when you shine on your own. They see your success as a threat to their control. When something good happens to you, a promotion, a new friend, a personal win, they'll find a way to diminish it. They might downplay your achievement, compare it to someone else's, or imply it was just luck. This often goes hand in hand with isolation. They'll criticize your friends, complain about your family, and make it so draining to see other people that you eventually just stop. An isolated person is an easier person to control. If any of this is hitting home, I need you to hear this: you are not crazy. Your feelings are completely valid. The anxiety, confusion, and exhaustion you feel are the intended results of this abuse. Devaluation is called a silent killer because it quietly assassinates your self-esteem, your confidence, and your very sense of self. Victims often suffer from deep emotional distress, including depression and anxiety. You start to believe their story, that you're the flawed one, the difficult one, the one who is undeserving of respect. This erosion of self-worth is the deepest cut, making it incredibly hard to see the abuse for what it is, and even harder to leave. Recognizing the abuse is half the battle, the other half is healing. You can't change a manipulator, but you can change how you respond and reclaim your life. Here are 4 strategies to get you started. 1. Recognize and name the behavior. The first, most powerful step is to stop making excuses and call this what it is: manipulation, devaluation, emotional abuse. Use the terms we've talked about. When it happens, say to yourself, "This is gaslighting," or "Okay, this is devaluation." Naming it takes away its mysterious power. It turns that confusing fog of hurt into a predictable pattern you can see coming. This shifts you from a place of confusion to a place of power. 2. Set and enforce ironclad boundaries. Boundaries aren't about controlling them, they're about protecting you. With a manipulator, boundaries have to be firm and come with consequences. This might sound like, "If you criticize my friends, this conversation is over." And then you actually have to walk away. Or, if they're giving you the silent treatment, "I see you're not ready to talk. I'm going for a walk, and we can try again later when you're ready to be respectful." Sticking to your boundaries will be tough, but it's absolutely essential for your well-being. 3. Anchor yourself in reality. To fight back against gaslighting, you have to become the strongest advocate for your own reality. Start keeping a private journal. Write down what happened, what was said, and how you felt. This isn't about building a case against them, it's about creating an anchor for your own mind. When they make you doubt yourself, you can read your own words and remember your truth. You can also talk to a trusted friend or therapist who can confirm that what you're feeling is real. 4. Rebuild your self-worth from the inside out. A manipulator works hard to convince you that your worth is determined by their approval. Healing means realizing your worth is yours alone and it's non-negotiable. Reconnect with who you were before the relationship. Pick up old hobbies you dropped. Rebuild the friendships they tried to sabotage. And most importantly, practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself with the kindness you've been missing. Therapy can be a game changer here, offering a safe space to process the trauma and rebuild your sense of self. The idealization devaluation cycle is a painful roller coaster designed to break you down and keep you trapped. But understanding the manipulator's playbook is the first step to getting off the ride for good. You are not what they say you are. You aren't too sensitive, crazy, or not good enough. You are a person who has survived a profound and damaging form of psychological abuse. Healing isn't always a straight line, but it is absolutely possible. It starts with the radical act of trusting yourself again, honoring your own feelings, and taking small, steady steps to reclaim the power that was always yours. You deserve to be seen, respected, and loved for exactly who you are, not for who a manipulator demands you to be. If this video helped you, and you want to learn more about breaking free from toxic dynamics and rebuilding your life, please subscribe to the channel. You are not alone on this journey. Thanks for watching.